Hello, 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 everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? The early bird gets the worm. Hello, everybody. Who we got in here? We got Fox Muller and Sarah and Innocent and Flip Flop and Alice and Crystal. Is it your birthday, Crystal? And Sarah and Abigail Rose and D47743. And Sarah, welcome, 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 everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? I decided to come on this morning. Hey, Sammy. Just have a little talk. Just, like we did yesterday morning. Just chit chat about a few things. This, that, and another. No, it ain't your birthday? Okay. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Because I'm on my phone. These streets is boring when you're not on, Daisy. Aw, innocence. Hey, Amanda, how are you? Um, I've been asleep for a little while. I'm running a little bit of a fever, but I woke back up and talked to Can for a few minutes, and um, just been out and about on the YouTube streets. I started to do a video about the Sasquatch, and I thought, no, that's too early in the morning to talk about Bigfoot. So I said, well, just come on here and is it true also I seen Can's community page? Well, I have to plead the fifth on that one, Innocent. I can't talk about that. But Can is pretty upset about it. And I don't know what's going to happen in that situation. I know I was sleeping and she called me. So Bigfoot's coming. Maybe. You never know. Um, Maybe I'll take a ride tomorrow in the woods and see if we can see a Bigfoot, y'all. I think I know who it is. Yeah, I know who it is, but that's not my place to tell or talk about. That's up to Can. So I seen that a few minutes ago. What the hell? Who would do that? Like I said, that's up to Can to talk about. That's really not. That's her. Like if she wants to put that out, she can. That's something that she feels very strongly about. So she has to be the one to talk about that. I don't want anybody to get mad at me or anything like that. I know who it is, so but she might. She was asleep. She said she was going back to sleep, but she might get back up. Yeah, I have an idea, but yeah, yeah, yeah. She's pretty upset about it, y'all. And I kind of don't blame her for being upset. I wouldn't have a clue unless it was. See, I can't say a thing, y'all. Y'all can't get nothing out of me. But that, like I said, that's her thing. And if she chooses to put out the person that's doing it, that's her privacy. Hey, Laura P, I didn't even see you, honey. I must have skipped over you. Sorry, baby. Off to bed, but love y'all. See, the early bird gets the worm. But yeah, I don't want to say nothing about it. That has to be up to her if she wants to talk about it further. I know, Sarah. I know. But yeah, if she wants to talk about it herself, she may or may not. I don't know. Um, yeah, it's not good. That's for sure. Hey, Vicky, you're awake too. See, I was hoping to get all these little night owls. That should be my next live stream. Is hang with the night owls. Because that's what we are. Especially if you work third shift all your life. Like I've always worked third shift. So I'm a night owl. You're awake? Well, I don't know if Don's seen it or not. So it might disappear tomorrow. I don't know. Falling asleep listening. Had a long day. Aw. Well, I hope you have a good night's rest, Laura P. Or good day. Good morning. Whatever time it is there in the where you live at. Sarah, I was joking with you, but it's not funny. Well, me too. I always work third shift. See, it's us night owls, y'all. We're night owls. But I wanted to come live because I didn't get to do it yesterday. I was outside a little bit yesterday, just hanging on the porch. Love you, 4 a.m. Oh, it's 4 a.m. there. Hey, Brown Bear Jamboree. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in, you night owls. 9 p.m. Wednesday night. Wow. It's Wednesday morning here. No funny. No, honey, it's not funny for someone to send married man that. Just laughing at my daisy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm surprised Candace put it on her community page. Love her heart. She was pretty upset about it. 1 a.m. there. You live on the West Coast, though, don't you, Brown Bear? You live where all the Sasquatch is. Bigfoots. What do y'all think? 7 p.m. Wednesday. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Bigfoot could be real? I mean, there's a possibility that there's something out there that's manly, beastly, like, who knows? So, what's been happening on the YouTube shoot? You do live in a Sasquatch country? Anything interesting been happening on the YouTube streets, y'all? Hi, White Widow baby. Oh, girl, you coming on when I'm ready? Gotta for bed. Gotta be up at in 5 hours. Love you. Oh, good night. Trust no one. Have a good day at work, honey. I'll see you when you wake up. I might be here still. You never know. I don't know what all is out there. Yeah, you never know what's out there, y'all. I know earlier my dogs were raising Cain. Yeah, that's nothing new, is it, innocent? Good night. Trust no one. You have a good night's rest, honey. Okay. So, any updates on the Charlotte girls thing? Did they arrested that guy, right? Did they say anything about like what all happened? I know JLR had a thing where he went to the man's house. I would be really, really careful if I was him going to people's houses like that because that's not very safe. Good night, trust no one. I haven't been on YouTube since you were on last night, Daisy. Oh, Crystal. Yeah, I just check in for a minute and then check back out. I check in and check back out on the YouTube streets. Um, but I said I'm gonna come on this morning. D said, "LOL. I wonder if it's the same creator that supposedly sent them to Don the first time. It's not D. I I'll send you a message because I know you know who it is. D. I can't say, but it's not. It's not. It's not that one. D. Hey Fitz, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. See, we got all the night owls coming in. Someone just told Rapper to unalive himself on Miss Ann's channel. Who is Rapper? Why would somebody do that? That's not good. That's not cool. These streets are ruthless. Amen, Abigail. Amen, they are. Oh, okay. DD. Daisy, no, don't say to anyone. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm just kidding. Hey, Marita. She's a night owl too, y'all. Miss Marita is. Dang, it's 4 a.m. here in Philly. It's 4 a.m. here in East Tennessee too. Listen, guys, I do have to say, because of certain things that's going on in my life, there is two people that I cannot talk about on YouTube, and I would be very appreciated if they was not mentioned in chat. That would be much obliged. Like, I don't even want them mentioned in the comment section, if that's okay. Um, and I don't want to say their names, so just if you can refrain from saying anybody creator wise in the chat, that'd be much obliged. Hey, Kimmy, Kimmy, Kimmy. Hey, Fitz. It's 4 a.m. in Indy, Anna. So you're on the west or the east coast, or would it be west for you? I don't know. But no, it'd be east. It'd be east. Anyone using his name will be removed. Thank you. Just kind of remind them, innocents. There's two people that I would not. I want to refrain from even mentioning on my lives due to legal issues. So just kind of remind people not to be bringing them up in the live streams, and that I would appreciate that. Not not saying anything to anybody that has right now, but just kind of remind people. It's 12:09 in Alaska. Uh, yeah, yeah. Are you up? Did you get some sleep? I fell asleep for a little while around 9 o'clock after I talked to Ken Ken, and then Ken Ken woke me up. Then Ken Ken went to sleep after we talked a little bit. She went to sleep. But how many of y'all ready for fall? I am so ready for these fall leaves, the fall. Get out there and look for Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Go into the Appalachian Mountains and go up there and hunt them down. So yeah, you are too. Yeah, I'm just sick of this hot weather, you all. I am so sick of it. Yeah, I love fall too. I'm not ready for like winter or anything, but I'm so ready for fall. No, no doubt at all. Um, has anybody heard anything new about the little Charlotte thing? Have they said anything about? I know they said they found her in a closet, but I don't know if they found any. I know like I said, JLR went to that guy's house. When do leaves start to change in the mountains? Well, they're already starting to change here in East Tennessee, and I assume Kentucky's probably got the leaves are starting to turn there. The temperature is perfect this time of year, and it smells and the colors on the trees. Yes, and the animals are so happy. It's brutal in Texas. I'd say it stays hot there a lot, Kim. A whole lot. It's 80 degrees here, Indian summer. I want spring. 170 more days. LOL. 170 more days till spring. I don't know if I'm ready for spring. Listen, y'all, my little white chicks are starting to lay eggs. They're starting to lay white eggs in my fire pit. They got a whole nest of white eggs. Marita, we are in spring coming into summer soon. Wow. I wish I could just travel to different places so I could stay out of winter completely. You know, there's some people that does that. Like if they live in Michigan or in the north where it gets cold, they'll travel south. I think I had one of my mom's sisters did that. Like they would travel down to Florida and up back around into Washington State every year and come back. Come over and spend spring and summer. Do you all celebrate Easter in the spring and stuff? In a sense, I don't know how y'all's culture is over in New Zealand. I don't know if it's different from the U.S. or not. I'll put you up, Daisy. The problem is getting me there. I'd be too claustrophobic to be on an airplane that long. Winter isn't bad in Texas. Well, it's kind of bad here in East Tennessee. It's not as bad as in Kentucky, but it still sucks because it's gloomy and I don't know. And then summer's so hot that you can't really get outside when it's like 100 degrees, so that's kind of not fun. We celebrate Easter, yes'm. Are you a snowbird, Ricky Beavers? I'll be there next week till winter is over here. Right, Dee? I'm ready to go to New Zealand and celebrate spring and summer. Maybe after fall. We get through the fall season first. Wouldn't that be so cool if we could do that, y'all? Just travel really fast to different countries and hang out till the summer's over with, or because I am not looking forward to winter at all. Especially like after Christmas sucks. It's so gloomy and just so I don't know. It's not good. And then you got February. It's okay, but then it turns kind of cold again, and it just isn't the best. Even going to Florida for me would be cool. But Florida, like I went in February at Pensacola Beach one time, and it was like freaking. It was cold. It wasn't warm at all. You sure couldn't swim. Then come and visit Australia after New Zealand, Miss Daisy. See, there you go. I can stay warm all year long. But man, Australia is a long, long ways to go. Isn't it? It's like I heard it was beautiful too, and they got big spiders. Oh, I don't know about that. Hell, at least y'all don't have black snakes. We got black snakes on my back porch. I know they're good and stuff about getting rid of rodents and stuff, but daggone, I don't want to walk out my back door and get bit by a snake. I'm coming for a holiday. Have you ever been to the United States, Innocent? Have you ever been to the States? You're further again, add a couple more hours flights. Wow. I don't even know how many hours it would take me to get to New Zealand from here. And see, I couldn't stand, like, I was on a plane, and that was when I was like 29 years old. I was on, you've never been to America? I was on a plane for 3 hours and 45 minutes, and I was literally having a panic attack. I could not imagine being on a plane longer than that. I don't like the long winters, but I do have some things planned to do: scrapbooking, knitting, and sweaters. Going through all my photos and organizing. I'm learning adult coloring. That's cool. 13 hours isn't it? 13 hours. There's no way you could get me on a plane that long unless you knock me out. It's beautiful there. Ah, I never left my country, but a holiday would be nice. Nice one day. Yes. We can't even go to Pigeon Forge and celebrate because we got so many critters. We got so many animals, it's hard to even go to Pigeon Forge and celebrate. Yeah, I went to, it was almost to Alaska, and it took me 14 hours, but that was with flight delays to get there. Um, and that to me was a lot. 14 hours was, but that was like with flight delays and everything. So. But that was like getting off, taking a flight, getting off a flight. It's not like solid 13 hours. I don't know if I could deal with that. That'd be quite a bit for me, you know. I hate getting the midnight munchies, but that I am. Let's see. Hmm. 18 hours. Oh my lord. I'd have a heart attack. There ain't no way. There ain't no way I could stay on a plane that long. Mm-mm. That's a long time to be on a plane. A long time. I come and do the frame, and you can stay in my condo. Aw, where's your condo at? What are you doing, shuffling cards? I'm just walking around. Miss Daisy would need a lot of alcohol to make it there. I definitely would, y'all. Hey, listen, I got on a plane from Los Angeles to Chicago O'Hare, and I drunk one of them little whiskey bottles. Or yeah, I guess it was a little whiskey bottle. It was something. I think it had a lot of proof in it. I could have sworn it was 40 proof, but I don't think it was that much. But it knocked me out. I woke up in Chicago O'Hare. But I had a whole day of flight, a whole day of flight. So that could be why. Hang on, guys. I'm going to switch you over. I'm going to get on my computer instead of my phone. Because I'm on my phone right now. I'm going to try to come in under my computer. Hang on. Okay. I'm going to try to come in under my computer instead of my phone. All right, I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just switched it over to my computer instead of my phone. But yeah, um, I definitely couldn't travel that far. That'd be too far. If I ever traveled that far, it would definitely be to Israel. Definitely be in Israel. Hmm. No doubt about it. You like flying? Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all hear me? It's quiet over there. I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard Japan was one of the safest countries in the world. Is that true? Y'all, my this has had the leak. My microphone. And I've not had this microphone long and it is acting up. Like the cord on it's messed up or something. But I heard that Japan, is that true? Yeah, I heard it was one of the safest countries. You would love to go to the Holy Land? Me too. In fact, if I was to get on a plane that long, it would have to be for the Holy Land. If you catch me on a plane, just know I was kidnapped because no way I'd get on one by choice. It is a little intimidating at first. Oh, you don't think you don't think it because they're communists? Maybe. Daisy, when my husband flew to Singapore, he said the plane was huge and had lounge and everything. See, I could probably handle that. My partner would love to go to Japan, so he says. I heard it was like the safest country in the world. Japanese people are very nice and humble people. That's what I heard. Like I heard they had like a low crime rate and everything. I bet it's absolutely beautiful there too. My grandfather always says he would buy anywhere as long as he can leave one foot in the ground. Aw. Japanese food is good. I guess that's what hibachi is, right? There's Japanese food. I know I get teriyaki chicken and broccoli, and it's good. There's some amazing areas. Have you been to Japan, Crystal? Today is the feast of St. Francis of Assisi, patron saint of animals. They'll be blessing them on our church lawn tonight. Bring your cows over. I would, Marita, but you too far north for me. I do pray over my animals. I know y'all think it's weird, but I really do. No, I haven't, but my partner is obsessed with Japan. Yeah, a lot of people says it's really good to go there. Japan. But yeah, I pray over my animals, y'all. And you know that little guinea, she's got every one of her babies still. She's such a good mommy. And that's a lot of diddlers to keep up with. A whole lot of them. You do too, Sammy? I love my animal. I have good days, guys. I have to go get in. Oh, have a good day, guys. I have to go get in the shower. I got stuff to do today. So love y'all. I love you too, Ricky. Thank you for coming up. I got my kitten fixed yesterday. It cost $213. Wow. It ain't cheap to get an animal fixed. Sometimes you can get with the Humane Society and they'll work with you a little bit. Bye, Ricky. Y'all know that, like, 3 o'clock in the morning is like when the witching hour. That's when all the, I think it's around 3:30. All the creepy things happen. Oh, they ran out of coupons? Yeah. Have y'all ever heard of that before? The witching hour? I wonder why it is. Hey, Toaster Oven. Oh, did you get you some? Vicky, you're welcome. I would do more Temu hauls, but I really haven't ordered anything from Temu in a while. But I did make some more shirts, and I made a coffee mug on my one thing. I did do that. People sneak around at that time. Yeah, that's usually the time when people, if they are gonna, or 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Lucky Charm. Usually, if an animal or something's going to come out at night, it's between 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. They sneak around. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to crunch in your ear. A change of routine is good. Yeah, I'm a night owl. I've worked night shift all my life. All my life. You'd love the coffee mug. I'll bring it up here in a minute, y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. I've always worked better on night shift. I don't know why. I just can't function on day shift. It's on this one here. All products. Hang on. I know I put. Why isn't it showing it? Well, heck, I'm gonna have to get a link to it and post it, because this is my my t-shirts right there. Right there. But I do have. I don't know why it's not showing my other stuff. My other t-shirt I had made, which I don't know if I. Hang on. Maybe it will. No? Well, I'll have to get a link to those other products and put them out for y'all. I still got to get this stuff figured out. It's a cute little coffee mug. Hang on. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get a link to it, okay? On my phone. Um, Hang on, guys. Because I know I. Well, shoot. Hang on. Let me see if I can go to it. No. Hang on. No. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to be like quiet on here. I gotta try to find that. Okay. All right. Let me find my products. Okay. Let me post a link to this shirt. Um, Darn. Let me see if I can post it to my store. Visit store. There it is. Let me get the link and I'll post it on there. Um, how am I about? Let me see if I can find the link, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give myself a 5-star. I guess you can't do it. Oh, what I just do? Darn it. Hang on, y'all. Sorry. I'm trying to find the link to where I can uh send it to you guys. Uh Visit store. Hmm. Hang on. Maybe I'll be able to. No. I'm trying to find the link to where I can send it. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. I'll send it to Facebook and then I'll pick it back up on Facebook. There we go. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try to pick it up on there. I sleep very little. My responsibilities only allow me to get 4 hours of sleep if I'm lucky. Hey, Kelly Marie. Long time no see, honey. I've been missing you. Okay, I'm going to bring up this. Hang on, y'all. I'm going to take this one down and bring up the one from Facebook. Hang on just a second. Just one moment in time. Moment in time. Well, I know I just posted that. I just posted that to my Facebook. Why ain't it? Hang on, y'all. I just don't. No, I just posted that sucker. Okay, here it is. No. What the hell? Amy. Done. No followers. It's saying on Etsy. And it's not showing it. Well, I'll be darned. Sorry, guys. I don't even know. I'll have to show y'all another time and bring it up. That's the only thing I can think of. Haven't seen the mug. Let me take a screenshot and I'll put it up on here. Hang on. I gotta find the link to it, but this says this is for the Etsy shop, but I'm not on Etsy. I'm on something else. I'm on Printify. Hang on. Printify products. That one's published. That one's published. That one's published. So I don't understand. See in store. But see, it's not connecting to Etsy. It's connecting. I don't have it in Etsy. I have it in Printify. Hang on. I don't even know, y'all. I ain't figured out how to do all this stuff. I'll have to figure it out later, y'all. I don't even know. I can't wait until you get figured out. Just let us know. Okay, because it's the same link that's in the same thing as uh, the link that I put out for you all to. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll put the link down in it, and let me grab the link, and I'll put it out for the thing, and maybe I'll be able to click on it and see if you can find the coffee mug too. Hey, MC Lick. We're just hanging out, having a night owl chat. So maybe you can click on that, and it will bring it up. Let me see. I don't understand why it won't bring up all my products on here that I've, like, under Daisy Shop, new arrivals. Like, it's not showing the coffee mug and stuff. I don't get that. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea why it's not showing it. Let me pull up Printify and see if I can find it on there, and then we can pull it up. PRI Printify, okay, and then Shopify Printify. Log in. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can't bring it up like that, and see if I can't. Hang on. Okay. I chose that. Why didn't it bring it? Okay. There it is. All right. Maybe this is it. I got 3 items. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Okay. I found it. Yeehaw. Hang on, y'all. And then I'll try to link the link in here to where you all can find it. See, this is one t-shirt that says "Not Today, Heifer." And then I thought I had it. And then here's the little coffee mug. If it'll pull it up. This is the coffee mug, y'all. Let me see if I can. That's the coffee mug that I'm selling. I know. It's okay. Hey, Michelle Tucker. I'm going to put a link down here to this. This is my shop. Let me see if I can put. The coffee mug is. I don't know the prices yet, but this is the shirt, the other shirt that I developed, and it says "Not Today, Heifer." I thought it was cute, but I thought it was cute. I would have liked to put Daisy's Farm down at the bottom of it, but I'll have to figure it out. But that's that shirt, and so I've only got 3 items on there. Let me grab the link for the whole thing, and then you can go on there and order it. The coffee mug. That's the link to the Printify. If one of my mods could grab that and put that in there, that would be much obliged. And I might put that in my description too. And let me show you the. This is the cutest shirt, I think. I like this one. I tried to do other colors, but it didn't. It wouldn't do it. I really like that one myself. Thank you for showing the pillow covers from Timmy. Okay. So yeah, there is the link. If anybody wants to go and purchase one of these shirts, will you post them on your community page? Yes, I will. I'll post them on my community page and in the link in the description on this live stream as well. I just think this cow is cute. I really do like this coffee mug. I thought about buying me one myself. I thought it was really cute. I would have loved to have it, not today, heifer put on it, but I hadn't figured out how to do that. Will you post them on? Okay. Yeah, I will. I will. But I just thought that was so cute. And as I want to put one of my sayings on there, like I don't know. I'll have to make something stupid. You know how I say stuff. I say stupid stuff all the time. I really need one with this damn cowbell. Wake everybody up in the morning. Wake everybody up in the morning. Let's see if this will show it. This here. Well, it's not showing the front of it. It's just showing sides of it. And that I don't understand. But you see, you get the drift. You get the drift. Really cute. Go here and yeah. That is where it is. And I'll continue to. This is the newest shirt, and it says "Not Today, Heifer." It kind of looks like I don't know. You found the bell. I found the bell. I'm gonna decorate the bell. Will you post them on your community page? I will. And I might even, if they sell bells, I might even sell bells. I'm sure they do ship them to Australia. You're Kim. I'm sorry. But I'm about sure that they will ship them all over the United States. I might try to do a little fall one, something with a little saying. Y'all could come up with If y'all could come up with a little saying for me, that'd be much obliged. Much obliged. Much obliged. You can't hear anything. Your husband must be a deep sleeper. Well, he's upstairs. But give me some ideas. This one says not today, heifer. But if y'all want to give me some ideas, that would be much obliged. Much obliged. Much obliged. That's the backside. And I don't know what the prices is on these things. I'd have to go back and look and see how much they are. So, dashboard, 3 products. I've not sold anything. But I just started out. So, yeah. Let me see. Those are the 3. Then get a 20% discount on all products with. I think you have to sign up for like a platinum thing, and I'm not going to do that unless I start making a lot of money off of them. Make one with a cow that says, "Don't make me ring this cowbell." I know if they make cowbells, I don't know if they make them or not. I'll look and see. They are cute, and I've got another one with Daisy and Benny's picture on it, and I really like that one. But it's under a different name than this one. So I might have to go back in and make it different. And as I take pictures of the farms, the animals, I may just put the actual picture of the farm animal on a coffee mug or a t-shirt like Benny. Milky and Meatball. Goose Squad. Yeah, I thought about doing, if I can get a good enough picture of the Goose Squad, definitely would like to do that. And I'm just kind of playing around with it right now and just trying to kind of seeing what I can and cannot do and what people like. I have no idea. I need to get into this and study it a little more because I'm not real familiar with a lot of this stuff. I'm not techie smart. So, but hang on, y'all. But yeah, we can definitely do that for no doubt. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Um, how about not today, Satan? That would be a good one, Michelle. That would be a great one. Not today, Satan. I don't know. I'd have to have an evil cow put on it or something. I don't know. That would definitely. I would like to do a little bit of religious ones. I'd like to have something religious done. I don't know. I just like that one because it's a cow with a daisy, and I think it's cute. But I would have rather, if I could have had like a little writing on the top that says Daisy's Farm. That would be better. But I just got to figure out how to do all that right now. I think this mug is the devil is. I thought about the devil is a lie. I really did. I thought about it, but I don't know what to put with it. We have to think about it. Maybe a picture of Goosandra, because Goosandra's a devil. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. Yo, it's such a stupid song. I don't know why people love that song so much. It's so stupid. It's it's just one of them songs that I start singing when I get like um start thinking strongly about something. I'll just randomly make up stuff. I used to do it with my kids all the time. I'd rather have one of those ones that says Daisy's Farm. I know, but I ain't figured out how to put Daisy's Farm on it. I'm not techie, but it's super cute. That's what I like about it. It's super cute. Now this one does say Daisy's Farm. This shirt. What about tote bags? Would y'all like tote bags? I like this one. It says Daisy's Farm. I should have put it. I should have put it on the back of it. I should have put the devil is a lie on the back one, but I might do that on another one. Hey, Kelly Golightly, how are you? But yeah, I really like this shirt. Um, I was just riding my four wheeler one day and made up the Crime Crazy Critters on the Farm song. Crime crazy critters on the farm. Oh, crime crazy critters on the farm. Crime crazy critters on the farm. Them crazy old critters on the farm. We might do a night owl club where we're all just night owls out at night. Yeah, you can buy now. Let me put the link down in the chat to the website. Just click on that and that right there, and you can go order them. I appreciate that. That helps my channel, supports my channel. Then I'm gonna have to make me some more songs up. I haven't sold any yet. No, I just made them other ones earlier today because I was a little bit like I don't know. I'm trying, guys. I'm not the smartest tea in the damn cup. I do kind of like this one, but I feel like I could have did a better image in that on that one, even though it looks like a sassy cow on it. I do kind of like that. Not today, heifer, a sassy cow. I kind of like it. Like I like the lot. I might like the. I don't know. I was wanting it in different colors, but it didn't let me do it in different colors. I may have to go back and. I like that one. Now that one's cute with that jacket. That jacket kind of makes it pop out a little bit. Um, Candace was asleep. Like I said, she posted that on her community post, and I didn't see her in here. Yeah, I might change. I might. I don't know. I'll have to work with it, guys. Daisy, we are singing when Reba came in here, honey. I know I was singing here's your one chance fancy, don't let me down. Oh, here's your one chance fancy, don't let me down. Y'all, you really believe that was Reba? I don't know. It could have been Reba. Yeah, I kind of like it with that jean jacket there. Not today, heifer. I try to pick quality shirts too. I guess as I grow, I'll try to. Uh, is that shirt available? Yes, this shirt is available. Not today, heifers. It's on that website. Let me post it. I don't know even know how much of a profit I'll make off of it. That's how I'm not that I'm not that smart, y'all. It's harder for me. I'm gonna go and buy a shirt and see if they will ship it to Australia. Okay. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna be light on the bell since it's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna be a little light on the bell. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. That would be a really good one to put on a shirt, wouldn't it? Let your light shine, y'all. Thank you, Kimmy. No, it's not. Things don't come easy for me. Like I'm not like the smartest person in the world. Uh, Especially when it comes to techie stuff. I'll go around singing the tune of the Green Acres. Miss Daisy is the place to be. Farm living is the joy to me. There you go. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! We got to do a yeehaw shirt, y'all. Yeehaw! We got to do a Henrietta shirt because Henrietta's a big part of the farm. And Fluffy. Henrietta, Fluffy, Daisy, the Quackers, Goose Sandra. That little guinea, man, she's a good mama. All them little babies that she has. You just need some help sometimes. Well, thank you. I know I do. I know. But yeah, I like that shirt, don't y'all? Maybe I can share it or put the link into the description of this video. Let me see if I can. Hang on. Yeehaw, yeehaw, riding cowgirls. Hang on. Let me see if I can put that in the description. Because maybe it'll link it right to this live stream. I don't know. Like, I don't know how they get it to go into the thing. Like, I have no idea how they do that. I really need somebody technical. Technical. Here we go. I'm just trying to make a living. Trying to live right. Okay, let's see if that will link it. Yeah, there we go. Daisy Abigail Rose said it won't let her order it. It wants her to create something. Huh. Maybe that's my link where I'm signed in. I don't know. I'm confused. He, my grandson's not real techie either. Like, he is so busy with football and everything else that all my youngins are busy. Every one of them. They work and go to school, and they don't really have a lot of time to do anything. So it's hard for me to, like, I like to never got my hair cut the other day. That was my birthday present. But I do need, I'll see if I can't figure it out. I'm pretty good at, once I study something, I can figure it out. So hopefully I'll be able to look. That's cute. Not today, Heifer. That's a man and a woman shirt, y'all. Okay, Dee Dee. Lady R will help. She's up with it too. See, I don't know if you're supposed to link that to another store, because the only store that I found was this one, and which I have Shopify. I still don't understand it. Yeah, I might get with her and message her and see. I really like that shirt with the jacket. I think that's cute with the little jean jacket. But I'm going to work on it some more and see what I can get. I hope people can order it from there. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to. I don't know. I don't know if I have to. I don't know. Yeah, I'm having chest pains. Maybe it's gas. This little light of mine. We ain't had Ricky Beavers on here in a while. Did you say we can order it like black gray? I try to put it where you could order it like that. Maybe I'll have to go back and do it each individually. Well, I'm okay. I think it's just gas where I just eat that food. I'll tell you what. The other night, when I was really stressed out, I woke up and my heart rate was flying. But I didn't have my CPAP on either. Ricky Beavers. Yeah, I'm okay. No, no, I'm good, guys. I'm good. Listen, even if I was having a heart attack, I wouldn't go to the hospital or make no. I just don't like going to the hospital. But yeah, I really like that shirt with that, especially with that little jean jacket on it and them udders. It's cute. I'll just have to figure it out. I don't know if that's to my store. Maybe store settings. I don't know. I don't want to show too much of my personal stuff here, so I won't take it down. so people can see. Hey, Sheba Mom. Daisy, I was watching your live stream from yesterday and saw comments directed to Sheba, but I wasn't in there. I couldn't see that Sheba's comments. I hope someone wasn't posing as me. Yes, there was a Sheba in here yesterday. I remember talking to a Sheba. I know, Kim. There was a Sheba in here last night, but I don't know if it was this. It looked like you had the same thing. Hey, Just Legs, how are you? Yeah, we're doing good over here on the farms. Uh, Maybe I'll do a Sasquatch one. It wasn't you, so somebody's going under your name, Sheba. I'm sorry, but there was somebody in here yesterday under that name, and I'm sorry about that. I don't know. People does that all the time. They'll go in under different people's name all the time. But but yeah, there definitely was. I'm definitely gonna have to work on that and see where people can actually get that uh to go through because that thing. Oh, my chest is hurting. Um, have y'all ever seen that serial killer Aileen Wandrose? That she was the first serial killer out there. That she killed all them men. Charlene Theron played her in that movie. We did have some issues last night with a certain person named Sheba. Oh, I saw someone else in chat also had hers copied. Yeah, people's been doing that. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I might be nobody's fool. It happens a lot. You know better than being a nurse. Oh, I know. It's gone now. It's probably gas, y'all. It's probably just gas. But my blood pressure does stay high, so that's why I have to come on in the mornings because I couldn't come on in the evenings because it's so hectic and stuff. I might not get a lot of viewers in the morning, but hey, it's peaceful live and we can talk about stuff and just hang out and stuff and not really have to stress out about a lot of things. Um, we got to come up with a better game, y'all, besides the poop pile. We got to come up with something. I'm thinking about a different one. All about her. Yeah, I'm going to bring her up and show you all a video of her. Hang on just a second, y'all. Like, they put this woman to death, and she was a truly insane woman. Like, she was truly a schizophrenic person who should have never got the death penalty. Do you know that garlic is a natural remedy that helps stabilize your blood pressure? Don't you? Yeah, I do like some garlic, but not a whole lot of garlic. This woman here was the one of the United States' first serial killers, and she's quite interesting. They did a movie on her. Charlene Theron played her in the movie. Yeah, I've been avoiding salt and stuff, but they put this woman to death. But she really was like from like a child. She was extremely exposed to physical, mental, you name what kind of abuse. Yeah, that's the name of the movie, Monster. The name of the movie is Monster, but this is the real life her, and I want y'all to listen to her because this woman is not all there. Her last interview before they executed her was really, you could tell she was out there. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Okay, if you can't hear me at any time, let me know. Okay.
And I would also ask if you speak loudly enough for the interviewer to hear you.
Okay. You might need to come a little closer to the microphone if you can. Okay. How old are you?
35.
Where are you from?
Troy, Michigan.
When did you leave home or come to Florida?
Around 14 years old.
Where had you been living just prior when you were 14 years old and you decided to come to Florida?
I was living in Troy, Michigan.
Okay, with your family?
Yes.
Why did you come to Florida?
Because when I was younger and I was living out in the streets, I was sleeping in the snow and all. It was too cold, and I had to come to Florida where it was warmer weather and seek warmer shelter.
How did you come to
Wow.
Florida?
She must be on her medications on this one because her last interview before she died, man, this must have been in her trial, but she's really out there, y'all. This woman brutally murdered a lot of men. She was on a rampage.
I hitchhiked
And did you come with a friend or how did you come?
by myself.
How did you support yourself during those early years?
Well, I had a couple jobs for 75 cents an hour, but I basically was a prostitute.
Okay. Well, when did you start becoming a prostitute, lady?
At the age of 16.
Okay. And how did that happen? How did you end up getting into that particular profession?
Well, there was when I was hitchhiking, a lot of guys would pick me up and they'd ask me if I wanted to make some money. And they'd give me like $60 or $100, and back in them days, $2 you could get a $2 meal for, a cheap meal. So it was really good money. I was only making 75 cents an hour, and it was excellent money to help me because I was on the road. And so I took the offer, and that's where I became a hitchhiking prostitute.
Were you always in Florida doing that?
Like this woman, this must get really bad because she's actually acting sane here. She's not sane. Like her last, like she was really out there. Let me speed it up just a little bit because it's where y'all can hear a little faster. But she's out there. She don't care what she says. That's for sure.
Were you
No, I was all over the United States.
Okay. And how old were you when you finally came to Florida? So do you remember?
Yes, I was about, I was 16 when I came to Florida.
Mhm.
But I mean, to just settle, I was about 20.
And you have children?
Yes, I have one son.
And how old are you then?
He should be about 21
How
or
old were
22.
you?
Oh, I was 14.
Okay. And did you get the child up or what happened?
Yeah, you're on your own. Better answer your question.
My grandmother made me give the child up. My parents, my grandmother and grandfather.
Did you follow your grandparents?
Wasn't that like her brother? She had a baby with her brother, I think. I know her and her brother was having intimate relations.
Did your parents?
Yes, they adopted me.
How often over the last few years, let's start 4 or 5 years ago, how often would you go out during the week to hustle on the highways?
Just previously?
Let's say the last 4 or 5 years.
Well, I would go out about anywhere from 3 to 7 days. It depended. Basically 4 days out of the week for sure.
Okay. And how many men would you say you had contact with during the course of the day?
I would say I had at least anywhere from 3 to 8. It depended. It varied, but definitely 3 a day at least. I mean, but it varied. I could have 6. I could have 8.
And not all of those contact, or were all of those contacts sexual?
Yes, those are sexual contact.
And did you have contacts with men on the road that weren't sexual?
Oh yeah, every day.
Now she must be in the first stages of schizophrenia because every once in a while you'll look at her eyes and they're way out there. So she must be medicated right now really well. Um, I'm pretty sure that when you age, it gets worse. But she's got them dark eyes. Not as bad in this one, but some of her interviews, yeah. Let me take this one down because I want to show the interview of her um, before her death. Let me put Aileen. Aileen. Hang on. And you'll see how. But yeah, there was actually a movie made about her. Here it is, I believe. Is this the last one? Totally insane before her execution. This is it right here. I want y'all to see what kind of shape this woman was when they put her. Oh, shoot. When they put her, when they executed her. And tell me if you think that she was sane.
I was just wondering how you're going to be,
She's
at
creepy.
9:30 tomorrow morning. Are you prepared?
I'm all right. I'm all right with it.
And how?
I'm all right with it. But like I said, remember, let them know that I know that the cops knew who I was. After Richard Mallory died, I left prints everywhere, and they covered it up and let me kill the rest of those guys to turn me into a serial killer. I know they did because I was no professional serial killer or anything, or murderer or whatever you want to call it. I wasn't professional at what I was doing.
Aileen,
I did some sloppy work, and I left
how have
prints.
you prepared yourself for tomorrow morning?
I got to stop this. Look at these eyes. I want to show you that. If you see these eyes right here, a lot of times a person you can tell they got schizophrenia just by the eyes. Hang on, let me show you the way she just did her eyes. Oh damn. Yeah. Well, her eyes bulged out real big. Let's see.
Aileen, how?
Right there. See how? Look how dark her eyes is in this one. When their eyes bulge out like that and they got them dark eyes, that's usually a sign of schizophrenia, in my opinion. And this woman is definitely not all there.
Sloppy work, and I left
How
prints.
have you prepared yourself for tomorrow morning?
I'm all right with it.
Look at their
Yeah, I'm
dark
ready to
eyes.
go. Hey, I was tortured at BCI. They had the intercom on in the room, and they kept lying that it wasn't on, and they were using sonic pressure on my head since 1997.
Sonic pressure.
And every time I was trying to write something, I think they had some kind of eye in the cell. I'm not sure, but every time I started writing something, it went up higher. So I'm thinking that probably had the TV rigged. The TV or the mirror, something was rigged. They got a huge satellite on the compound. After they put the huge satellite on the compound, it could have been either rigged to the TV set or the mirror or something. Because the electrician, when he put the mirror on the wall, he said, "Doesn't that look like a computer?"
You can clearly see that she is not coherent. Like she is not in her right mind. I don't know. They executed her, but in my opinion, she really has mental health issues.
The back of it, and they stuck it to the wall.
And do you think did that affect your mind? Do you think?
Huh?
Did that affect your mind in some way? The sonic.
It was crushing my head, and they were using sonic pressure continually. Then when I had 3 meetings with Miss Villacorta on it, every meeting I had, she increased the pressure of the volume of the comm, increased the harassment on the floor, increased the trays being inedible, just increased every bit of my complaints and trashed all grievances. They're trying to make it look like I was crazy at all times, rig up the room with torture. If I said anything about I think their whole plan was trying to make it look like I was totally crazy. And so nobody would believe anything I have to say about anything. And then drive me there if they could.
See, she's out there. She's just randomly going with things in her mind. She's not really coherent. Look at those dark eyes. That's creepy. And every once in a while, when she smiles, you can almost see the demon coming out in her.
I suffered so bad. I was really struggling to survive. Had a lot of trays that were attempted murder and everything. I had to wash all my food off.
See the eyes, how they do?
And then one day I didn't wash my food off and I was sick for 3 weeks, almost died.
But you're okay now.
I'm okay. I'm okay. God is going to be there. Jesus Christ is going to be there. All the angels and everything. And whatever's on the beyond, I think it's going to be more like Star Trek, beaming me up into a space vehicle, man. Then I move on, recolonize to another planet or whatever. But
Yeah, see, she's out there. But see, one thing as a nurse that I've noticed about people that's got like mental disorders like that or a drug abuse, a lot of drug abuse people, as soon as they come in the hospital, they pick up the Bible. I don't know what it is, but they pick up the Bible, start reading through the Bible, start like they'll sleep with the Bible beside their bed. It's almost like their soul is reaching out for God, like they're lost and they just it's really hard to explain unless you see it for yourself. But it's like they will actually quote some parts of the Bible. And I just realize I really feel like it's the inner soul of that person crying out for help. That like that's what I think because a lot of people on drugs will seek the Bible. I don't know. It's weird.
it's whatever's the beyond. I know it's going to be good because I didn't do anything as wrong as they said. I did the right thing. And I saved a lot of people's butts from getting hurt and raped and killed too.
So are you
So like her concept was like men. She did not like men. She actually had a relationship with a woman, but she feels like she saved other women from getting unalived and raped because I don't know. My uncle has schizophrenia, and if he misses his medications, he's a different person. It's sad because he's a lovely person when he's not having episodes. Yeah, yeah, really, it's the truth. It's like you can see you can see the devil in this woman, but it's sad because she probably she has a soul and she's reaching out, and I think it's a little bit of both. I really do.
saying that you killed in self-defense or in
I don't believe that she should be executed because of her mental illness. She clearly has a mental illness.
cold blood? What do you, because you changed your story. I'm just trying to
What are you
understand.
talking about? Change story on what?
No, about whether it was self-defense or not.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to get in depth about my cases, Nick. I'm on my way to the chamber. Nothing stopping it. You can believe it or you don't have to believe it. That's up to you, man. Put a big question mark on your film.
What more is there to say about the cops? What more do you want to say about the cops?
A lot of stuff. Did you know that they were surveilling me before I killed? And then I knew it? And that it was covered up? Did you know there was helicopters dropping down from the sky, deputy sheriff, with decoys picking me up 4 or 5 months before my arrest? It was covered up.
But nonetheless,
Nobody ever asked me these questions.
Whether the cops were following you or not, Aileen.
Oh, whether the cops were following me or not, Aileen,
okay,
what?
let's say the cops were.
There's a minds, y'all.
Let's say they were following you and they did everything that you're.
See the minds? It's almost like a paranoid eye. When you see that, be very, very careful. And I'm not doing that to be mean or anything, but that's usually a sign that someone has a paranoid schizophrenia. They have them eyes, in my opinion. Anybody that I've seen that's paranoid and they give you that look and that kind of eye look, them wild eyes, almost like they're scared, be aware. Stay clear or just be frugal to them and stay very, very far away. A lot of times you can actually sense the danger in a person like that.
Following you and they did everything that you're saying they did. Nonetheless, you killed 7 men.
Yes,
And
you
I'm
did.
asking you, what got you to kill the 7
And I'm
men?
telling you because the cops let me keep killing them, Nick.
Yeah,
Don't
but
you
not,
get it?
Not everybody is killing 7 people. So there must have been something in you that was getting you to do
you
that.
are lost, Nick.
So
I was a
explain.
hitchhiking hooker.
Right.
Running into trouble. I shoot the guy if I ran into trouble. Physical trouble. The cops knew it. When the physical trouble came along, let her clean the streets. And then we'll pull her in.
But how
That's
come
why.
there was so much physical trouble? Because it was all in 1 year. 7 people in 1
Oh
year.
well. Oh well.
See, he's arguing with somebody that's clearly not enough coherent to answer a question. She's she he's It's pointless to argue with someone like that. All you do is get them agitated. You have to deal with people like this very, very low toned and very, very calm because they get triggered really fast.
But why not say now?
Because I'm out of retaliation for taking my life like this and getting rich off it all these years in total pathological lying. Yeah, thanks a lot. I lost my fucking life because of it. Couldn't even get a fair trial. Couldn't even get a fair investigation or nothing. Couldn't even have my appeals right. You sabotaged my ass, society, and the cops, and the system. A raped woman got executed and was used for books and movies and shit. Ladder climbs, the election, everything else. I got a big finger in all your faces. Thanks a lot. You're an inhumane bunch of fucking living bastards and bitches, and you're gonna get your asses nuked in the end. And pretty soon it's coming. 2019, Iraq's supposed to hit you anyhow. You're all gonna get nuked. You don't take fucking.
See, he's got her triggered. See, it don't take much to trigger somebody like that. Not only that, the demon has taken over enough that she has no empathy for humans at all. That too. It's a little bit both, yeah. Have you seen anything about her childhood? Yes, her childhood was horrific. Like, yeah. She has no remorse, no. And it's like, you know how when you're out and you're walking around a lion's den and you're a trainer and you don't know when that lion's going to turn on you and you have to tread lightly around that bear or that lion. That's pretty much what you have to do with someone like this because it doesn't take much to trigger them at all. And he actually has her triggered.
Human life like this and just sabotage and rip it apart like Jesus on the cross and say thanks a lot for all the fucking money I made off of you. And not care about a human being and the truth being told. Now I know what Jesus was going through. They've been trying to tell the truth, and I keep getting it stepped on. Concerned about if I was raped, I'm not giving you book and movie info. I'm giving you info for investigations and stuff, and that's it. We're going to have to cut this interview, Nick. I'm not going to go into any more detail. I'm leaving. I'm glad. Thanks a lot, society, for railroading my ass. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, see.
It was really pretty incredible that Aileen had just sailed through the
If she could have come through that window on him, he'd been the next victim. Because look at her, the way she looks at him. If there wasn't no cops around and it was just her and him, she would have went through that window on him, honey. That's violent behavior.
psychiatric test the day before. It makes you wonder what you'd have to do to fail.
Charlene Theron played her in that movie, The Monster, and man, oh man, she did such a great job. But she's definitely got worse than when her trial was. I don't know. I just find her interesting. She's another one of them that I find really interesting. Cop scared too, I bet. Yeah, I would be too, y'all. I mean, she brutally murdered those men. But now the one thing that let me see if I can bring that other one up. Yeah, she did a good job. She actually looked just like her. But there's actually a documentary out there of her childhood, and like her and her brother at a young age were sexually active and everything. And so um, there was a lot of really, I don't know what her mother then was, but for her to be at such a young age, so, hey Shelly, how are you? So sexually provocative and just brutal at a young age. If you look up her documentary, it tells you about like her brutality. I mean, she's out there now. I ain't gonna say she ain't, because she is a brutal woman. Yeah, so yeah, here we go. So this is her when she was younger during her trial. I don't know. I think she'll get provoked in here. Maybe not. Maybe she's well medicated here. I don't know. But I do know that with as time goes on, this
More often, she's pretty much like
the disease gets worse.
my pamphlet saying, like I was a white slave. I didn't realize it, but she'd tell me to go on out there. If I didn't, she was going to break up with me and find another girl that would definitely take care of her. And I loved her to the max, and I wasn't going to do that.
Did you talk about your experiences on the road with her?
Not really.
Why not?
She didn't want to hear it. She always told me not to talk to her about it. She didn't care what happened to me out there.
Did you try to talk to her about Richard Howard?
Yeah, I did, but she didn't want to listen.
And during the times that you were with Ty, did she ever work?
Tyra worked when I first met her at El Carib, then she quit a month. I took care of her, and then she worked for a couple times at separate motels. Separate Hills Motel, but she didn't get any money. That was for board, so I took care of her there. The only solid job she ever had, she was a laundry worker for 2 months, and that didn't work long, so forget that. So the only solid job she had was Casa Del Mar last year. She was making like about 300 for 2 weeks, for 277. So.
And she working when Richard split up?
No,
Had she quit her job?
she got fired.
She got one?
She beat up her boss.
So during these periods of time, were you supporting her?
Yes.
Where were you sending your money?
Oh, well, see, I wanted to save up for like a house and pressure cleaner and everything else.
So let's see how triggered she gets throughout the interview. Let's see.
We were talking away and everything, and okay, so he asked me, how come if you know married people, and you're so good at counseling and everything, if you know married people so well, you tell me you're single and you have a roommate, how can you know so many married people? So then I finally told him, I said, I guess I'm going to have to explain to you, Richard, because you're being so honest with me, and I'm going to be honest with you. I said, I'm a hooker. I hustle for a living. And he said, hustle, you mean a sex? And I said, yeah, it's a sex. Okay. So then he said, well, God, I thought we were going to get it on. I mean, eventually get it on together, but you don't do it for free. You do it for money, right? I said, that's right, I do it for money. He said, so you don't do it for free, right? I said, no, I don't. This is my job. This is what I do for a living.
So what would you do next after you had that conversation with him?
Then he asked me how much I charged, and I said 35, straight, 45 and a half, 100 an hour. And he said, and I said, well, 100 an hour, I don't usually, make the person's, well, after an hour's up, I'll say, well, you gotta give me another $100. If the guy's all right, I'm just staying with him, we become friends. I just, thanks a lot, because I only want enough for rent and whatever. I don't care about. I'm not greedy. I don't care about making anymore. 100's fine. It's good enough for rent. That's cool. They're now my friends. They're now another client. And so that's what I told him. And he said, so you mean tell me if I gave you $100, we could spend a couple hours together? And I said, I guess so. I've been with you all this time. And plus, I gotta wait for dawn to come because I can't get home. And he said, all right, well, that sounds okay with me. He said, where's another place to go? We can't go here. I mean, it's wide open and everything. I said, well, we go back near the gas stations. There's a campground there, and there's some little places that kind of pull off in the road if you want to go there. He said, okay. So we started cruising down there. And he fixed another drink, and he's smoking another pot. I mean, he had this pipe that went into the marijuana, and it just twisted, and then I don't know what it's called, but that's what he was doing. I couldn't believe how much he smoked. And I grabbed another beer, and I told him, I said, oh my God, I forgot to tell you, I use rubbers. It's mandatory. And he said, I said, we might have to stop at the gas station and get some rubbers because I don't have any. He said, no, I got some. I said, oh, okay, that's good. So we started down the road, and finally we got to the area. We couldn't see into the trail, so he asked me to get a flashlight out of the glove box. So I got a flashlight out of the glove box. I'm looking around. We finally saw the trail. We went in. We couldn't go too far in. And we were real close to the road, and cars going by, and you could see. So he took a smaller, tinier flashlight out of the glove box and put it on the dash, so they won't see the dome light because we were pretty close to the road. And then he said, "Well, I got an idea. How about if we both do this now? We both get undressed, so I know that you won't skip out on my money." And I said, "Well, Richard, I've never rolled a client in my life. I've never skipped out on anybody, but I can understand, I think, what you're saying, because I told you I use rubbers, and I ain't going to do it without any rubbers with anybody. There's no exception to the rule, and I'm precautious, so I guess you're being precautious too. So, okay, this sounds fine with me."
Is that usual for you to take off all of your clothes first?
No, because I used to do it all the time to let my clients know that I wasn't going to leave on them or anything, So I was being honest with them. Hey, I'm all right. I'm a good, I'm cool.
Okay. So what happened after that? Did you take your clothes off? After you had that conversation with him?
Well, he told me he had to go back and get some rubbers out of the trunk. He said, "Don't worry, I'm going to go get some rubbers out of the trunk. I'm going to go get a sleeping bag and a yellow blanket." I mean, eventually it was yellow, a blanket.
Actually, she's really well behaved here. So she must have been getting some really good treatment. Let's try this one here. I don't know how she does with this one.
I got a message that Aileen wanted me to come meet her at the local jail. She had something to say.
Okay, I cannot go in the execution chamber and die in the execution chamber as a liar. And I cannot go in the execution chamber and be executed under the devil. I have to come clean and cleanse my spirit in the name of Jesus Christ. So I have to come clean and tell the world the lies that went on through my mouth. I mean, now prosecutors and cops.
And that you killed the 7 men.
Huh?
That you killed those men in cold blood.
Yeah, and I got to come clean that I killed those 7 men in first-degree murder and robbery. As they said, they had it right. A serial killer. Not so much like thrill kill. I was into the robbing biz. I mean, serial killers are in this thrill killing jazz. I was into the robbing, just and eliminate a witness. But still, then again, I got a number, so it's serial killer. But I'm coming clean before I go in that execution chamber and be executed that I killed them.
And so when you met them from the beginning, did you know that you were going to kill them when they picked you up in their cars?
I pretty much had them selected that they were going to die.
But when you're saying that there was no self-defense, so there was no self-defense.
Yeah, there was no self-defense.
Look how dark her eyes is, but she's more coherent here. But look at those dark eyes, y'all. And she'll give you those wild eyes. But she's a lot more coherent here than what she is in that last one.
I'm being really straight up about everything. There's no self-defense. I'm really sorry what happened about everything. I was in this to me, this world is nothing but evil, and all of us are full of evil one way or another. In whatever we do, we have evil in us. All of us do. And my evil would just happen to come out because of the circumstances of what I was doing. Hitchhiking, hooking, on the road. I was a homeless person all my life. And then the hitchhiking, hooking, I learned off the homelessness and cruising all over the United States of America and stuff. And so learning how to be a hooker as a hitchhiker eventually got tiring. In the end, I carried the gun for protection, but then I got where I was getting a real problem. Our rent was due, $1,200 behind. Tyra was doing a lot of beer drinking and stuff. She wanted to go out all the time, so she was burning up the money I was making. I was making good, about $200-300 a day, sometimes. Sometimes
Did she know what you were doing?
Oh yeah, Ty always knew everything I was doing.
So you were very close.
Yeah,
All right.
and I still miss her, and I still love her, but I'm really sorry about everything I done. I miss Ty. I lost Tyra over this. And then the people that lost their loved ones and everything. I really think first about the people that lost their loved ones and then Ty second. Because I have to put them in first.
She's real. There's them eyes, y'all. But she's being honest here. She's not bad. She must be really good medicated here, but she's being
this
honest.
whole thing. I'm really sorry for, them losing their loved ones, man. I know the feeling.
And what about with Richard Mallory? Because you gave that testimony with Richard Mallory.
Yeah, Richard Mallory was not self-defense. Richard Mallory I killed him I needed his wheels to move the stuff, and he had the right amount of money I needed to move into the apartment. So.
But what about the testimony that you gave in court about?
Oh, that's just like I was saying.
About the Visine and.
Oh, I was just doing a lying biz. That was just my lying gig, try to beat the system.
Really? So that was really all. None of it was true. Because in court you gave such a graphic description of what had happened with Richard Mallory.
Yeah, after sitting around thinking how I could drum up a story.
That was pretty convincing.
See?
Was it?
See how she reminisces about it and smiles? Like it's almost like she's getting a re-high from it. Like she's smiling as she's talking about killing him. Like she's enjoying it. Look at them eyes, y'all. Look at them dark eyes.
That's sad.
Well, I thought so.
God, that's sad. Well.
And it's not that you just decided that you wanted to die and you wanted to get it over and done with, that you changed your story.
No, the reason is it's serious. There's no way, and nobody should go in that execution chamber dying on a hope for a lie and even by the second make it out of this thing on a lie.
But I heard, that you just couldn't stand being on death row after 12 years.
Nick, this is the last time I'm going to say it. You have to kill Aileen Morris because she'll kill again.
Increase your profit and work less time.
That's the same thing that Jeffrey Dahmer said. Jeffrey Dahmer said that same thing, that he thought he would kill again. Mm-hmm. She ain't playing about it. She is not playing. They know there's something dark in them. They know that it drives them. And even Dahmer said the same thing. I felt sorry for her. It sure seems real now. That makes me mad. Well, I do believe she's got a mental illness, schizophrenia. She is medicated here, I believe. And that's why she's talking. But she knows there's something darker in her. Yeah, she's being honest. She knows she's going to have to meet her maker. Mm-hmm. But she says that I will kill again.
That you just couldn't stand being on death row after 12 years.
Nick, this is the last time I'm going to say it. You have to kill Aileen Morris because she'll kill again.
And she ain't playing. There you go. And she will. And she would. Yeah, you can tell she's medicated there. She's a lot more coherent, but I'm going to put a collage together of all the serial killers that said that they would kill again. The one that's really sincere, like Dahmer. Dahmer knew what he did was wrong. He knew he had evil in him. And They can't help it, you know. Yeah, I feel sorry for her because of her mental health. But medicated, you know. But we don't know, you know, she was probably doing substance abuse. She probably was doing substance abuse and stuff too while she was doing all that. So let's see if this is the same one. It's interesting. I don't know. She's very interesting to me. This might be the same one.
You know, I was just wondering how you're going to
Ooh,
be,
she's creepy, y'all. She is creepy.
at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Are you prepared?
I'm prepared. I'm all right. I'm all right with it.
Look, she's smiling.
How
I'm all right with it. But like I said, remember, let them know that I know that the cops knew who I was after Richard Mallory died. I left prints everywhere, and they covered it up and let me kill the rest of those guys to turn me into a serial killer. I know they did because I was no professional serial killer or anything, or murderer or whatever you want to call it. You know, wasn't professional at what I was doing.
Eileen,
I did some sloppy work, you know, and I left
how have
prints.
you prepared yourself for tomorrow morning?
I'm all right with it. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Hey, I was tortured at BCI. They had the intercom on in the room, and they kept lying that it wasn't on, and they were using sonic pressure on my head since 1997.
I wonder if, as a child, that she didn't have bestiality or something done to her. For her to talk about that, like somebody in her family didn't do like some really bad stuff on her when she was a kid and mess her up so bad like that, you know? I don't know. It's weird.
Sonic
And every
pressure.
time I was trying to write something, I think they had some kind of eye in the cell. I'm not sure, but every time I started writing something, it went up higher. So I'm thinking that probably had the TV rigged. The TV or the mirror, something was rigged. They got a huge satellite on the compound. After they put the huge satellite,
A lot of times people with paranoia schizophrenia, they hear things, they see things, and usually it's an entity that tells them to kill, gives them a reason why. Like, if you don't kill, um, you know, your family's going to go to hell or something like that. But she doesn't state that in here. She doesn't say that. She's so defensive, has a massive wallop. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
light on the compound, it could have
Look at that. Look at that cop's face while she's talking. Focus on his face.
been either rigged to the TV set or the mirror or something. Because the electrician, when he put the mirror on the wall, he said, "Doesn't that look like a computer?" The back of it, and he stuck it to the wall.
And do you think did that affect your mind? Do you think?
Huh?
Did that affect your mind in some way? The sonic.
It was crushing my head, and they were using sonic pressure
Look, he's smiling.
continually. Then when I had 3 meetings,
He's smiling in the background, y'all. Okay, Shelly. Watch his cop in the background. He knows that she's not right.
with Miss Villacorta on it, every meeting I had, she increased the pressure of the volume of the comm, increased the harassment on the floor, increased the trays being inedible, just increased every bit of my complaints and trashed all grievances. They're trying to make it look like I was crazy at all times, rig up the room with torture. If I said anything about I think their whole plan was to try to make it look like I was totally crazy. And so nobody would believe anything I had to say about anything. And then drive me there if they could. I suffered so bad. I was really struggling to survive. Had a lot of trays that were attempted murder and everything. I had to wash all my food off. And then one day I didn't wash my food off and I was sick for 3 weeks, almost died.
Now that's a little bit of delusional there.
But you're okay now.
I'm okay. I'm okay. God is going to be there. Jesus Christ is going to be there. All the angels and everything. And, you know, whatever's on the beyond. I think it's going to be more like Star Trek, beaming me up into a space vehicle, man. Then I move on, recolonize to another planet or whatever. But it's whatever's the beyond. I know it's going to be good because I didn't do anything as wrong as they said. I did the right thing. And I saved a lot of people's butts from getting hurt and raped and killed too.
So are you saying that you killed in self-defense or in cold blood? What do you, because you changed your story. I'm just trying to
What are you talking about? Change story on what?
No, about whether it was self-defense or not.
I'm not going to say it. You know, I'm not going to get in depth about my cases, Nick. I'm on my way to the chamber. Nothing stopping it. You can believe it or you don't have to believe it. That's up to you, man. Put a big question mark on your film.
What more is there to say about the cops? What more do you want to say about the cops?
A lot of stuff. Did you know that they were surveilling me before I killed? And then I knew it? And that it was covered up? Did you know there was helicopters dropping down from the sky, deputy sheriff, with decoys picking me up 4 or 5 months before my arrest? It was covered up?
But nonetheless,
Nobody ever asked me these questions.
Whether the cops were following you or not, Aileen.
Oh, whether the cops were following me or not, Aileen,
okay,
what?
Let's say the cops were following you.
Yeah.
Let's say they were following you and they did everything that you're saying they did.
Uh-huh.
Nonetheless,
Yeah.
you killed 7 men.
Yeah, sure
And
did.
I'm asking you, what got you to kill the 7
And I'm
men?
telling you because the cops let me keep killing them, Nick. Don't you
But
get it?
Not everybody is killing 7 people. So there must have been something in you that was getting you to do
you
that.
are lost, Nick.
So
I was a
explain.
hitchhiking hooker.
Right.
Running into trouble. I shoot the guy if I ran into trouble. Physical trouble. The cops knew it. When the physical trouble came along, let her clean the streets. And then we'll pull her in.
But how
That's
come
why.
there was so much physical trouble? Because it was all in 1 year. 7 people in 1
Oh,
year.
well. Oh, well.
But why not say now?
Because I'm out of retaliation for taking my life like this and getting rich off it all these years in total pathological lying. Yeah, thanks a lot. I lost my fucking life because of it. Couldn't even get a fair trial. Couldn't even get a fair investigation or nothing. Couldn't even have my appeals right. You sabotaged my ass, society, and the cops, and the system. A raped woman got executed and was used for books and movies and shit. Ladder climbs, re-election, everything else. I got a big finger in all your faces. Thanks a lot. You're an inhumane bunch of fucking living bastards and bitches, and you're gonna get your asses nuked in the end. And pretty soon it's coming. 2019, a rock's supposed to hit you anyhow. You're all gonna get nuked. You don't take fucking human life like this and just sabotage and rip it apart like Jesus on the cross and say thanks a lot for all the fucking money I made off of you. And not care about a human being and the truth being told. Now I know what Jesus was going through. They've been trying to tell the truth, and I keep getting it stepped on. Concerned about if I was raped, I'm not giving you book and movie info. I'm giving you info for investigations and stuff, and that's it.
Too late. They done did the movie.
We're gonna have to cut this interview, Nick. I'm not going to go into any more detail.
He made her mad.
I'm leaving. I'm glad. Thanks a lot, society, for railroading my ass.
Oh, I just can't get over how much she looked at him like, I want to get a hold of you.
It was really pretty incredible that Aileen had just sailed through the psychiatric test the day before. It makes you wonder what you'd have to do to fail.
They wanted her probably unalived. That's why they let her slip through the cracks. What? I'm glad we're still here and that huge rock. Oh, yeah, she said that, didn't she? I know. She was out there for sure. She was. Is that her there? She volunteers for this is one more thing here. Let's hang on. Let me see. Here's where it tells a little bit about her story. Since we're up in the morning, we're talking about all this, y'all. Hang on. Let me ring the cowbell. Thank you, Linda! I'm not gonna ring it too loud, y'all. Thank you. Steen Eric Rise says, I think both Charles Manson and Aileen could have been sabotaged. What do you mean by that? Like their case or something? They didn't put exactly. I don't believe she was competent to be executed. I think I really don't think that the woman should have been executed. Um yeah, she definitely had some she was out there. She definitely was out there. Make no doubt about it. Let's see if they did at the moment of her execution. The selling of a serial killer. They made money off of her. No doubt about that. They made money off this woman. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. She's got an interesting story, I think. Let's see if there's anything new that shows her in any other interviews. Maybe this would explain her a little better. Hang on.
Where I'm going. I'm going to be with the Lord.
There's very few serial killers that people feel sorry for. When you hear their story, terribly, you don't find yourself having remorse for the victims.
So these are the guys that she unalive, but they were picking up her as a prostitute, so they wasn't the best fellers in the world. Let's see. They were both part of Time and System. Oh, okay. Wow. Here we go.
Of Aileen. It's a weird feeling and concept you find yourself in when dipping into Eileen's life. By the end of hearing what Aileen went through in her own life, you just want to hug her. It's not to say she's not dangerous. Aileen has a short fuse. She's full of lies and paranoid about the thought of people just using her for her own story. And they do. The state of Florida took her life for the lives she took. You might
I mean, she did take people's lives. Look, she was a pretty child. What happened to that child? What happened?
even say that Aileen died when she was a young girl, assaulted by men early in her life. It wasn't that long ago when Aileen was with us, laughing
Look at her eyes
and letting
there.
us know she made her peace with God. This is the sad story of Aileen Wuornos being executed in Florida by lethal injection.
I'm being really straight up about everything. There's no self-defense. I'm really sorry what happened about everything. I was in this to me, this world is nothing but evil, and all of us are full of evil one way or another.
Who's telling the truth there? Most
As
definitely.
Aileen shoots her last John in 1990, she's about to lose her freedom. Eileen's left a slew of death and robbery right behind her, not doing a good job of covering up her tracks. When she's caught, she'll plead her innocence, giving detailed accounts of what took place. But starting in November of 1989, Aileen will start murdering and robbing her Johns, doing what she's had to do throughout the majority of her
She was a
life,
pretty woman
sell
there.
herself to men.
She was definitely a pretty woman there. Wow.
All of this will happen in almost 1 year to the exact day, starting in November of 1989 and ending in 1990 of November, when she shoots her last John. The victims of Aileen will range from 40 to 65, all white males. She takes everything she can from them: jewelry, money, their vehicles. Police catch wind of the murders pretty fast. They haven't really seen anything like this before. Why are men showing up in abandoned areas, in the woods, some away from their cars, some in their cars, some stripped, all of them shot?
She killed men. She unalived men. She didn't just kill anybody. She did she? No, she unalived men.
The problem with Eileen's victims is that it's leaving a huge mess behind. She's murdering men that have families, children, jobs, are well known in their communities, whether they're big or small. When they go
Yeah, but
missing,
they were
it's
picking
a
up
huge search on
prostitutes.
what's going on. And Eileen's personality on the streets isn't quiet, to say the least. This is what makes Eileen's story, with her as a murderer, unusual. It's really the first of its kind. Eileen's not into the usual perks of a serial killer. She kills to live another day, to gain what she can, to feed herself. She's not into torture, mutilation.
She just brutally gets mad and unalives people. Like she's like a vulture that's ready to attack at any given time. That's my opinion.
Assaulting her victim. But make no doubt about it, she has no sympathy for her victims. It's obvious that some of them she even enjoyed, most likely for the men that had hurt her in the past from PTSD that she had built up over the years. Aileen said that her first murder was in total self-defense from a man named Richard, 51 years old. She agreed to be with him, driving to a secluded area in the woods. She said that Richard beat her, assaulted her in a violent way, but saying that she got the upper hand on him, finding a gun and shooting him with it. As Aileen went through the courts, her defense was simply that she killed in self-defense for the men that she was accused of killing, saying that they tried to harm her. But sadly for Aileen, the jurors see right through it. Doesn't make any sense, and it shouldn't. It's a lie. In January of 1992, Aileen is found guilty until she will be executed for her crime. In Aileen fashion, she tells the jury that they're scumbags, yelling it at them, and then tells the judge she'll kill again. Aileen spends the majority of the next
Wow.
decade in prison. She's never truly forgotten about. Documentaries are made about her, true crime stories. Every now and then the media covers it again. When you watch and listen to hours of interviews and tape of Aileen, you honestly see the two sides of her. You see a person that is wanting to be loved, to fit in, and someone that might even be joyous to be around.
Them
But you
dark
can also see the side of Aileen that hates the world and hates herself. While Aileen is sitting in prison, she really never has a moment to just settle down, it would seem. She sent hundreds of letters from people trying to visit her. Aileen, even in the beginning, connects with a lot of people with her story, her upbringing, not having a stable home,
I will
being
shit,
abused,
Mama.
but the media tries to make her out to be a monster as one of
She is a monster. She really is. I will Shih Tzu, Mama. I'll make a sweatshirt. I will. I promise. I'll do one of them. Wow, that's her. She was a pretty girl.
the worst serial killers they've ever seen. But the big problem that Aileen has to deal with are with people lying to her, say they're one thing, but turn out to be something else, as a reporter, to learn what they can about her story in detail that no one else knows, for a book they're writing or a script they're working on. Even police are selling info to reporters that are trying to find details in the crime. Aileen becomes paranoid of everyone, even her lawyers. When you look at Eileen's story, it may be one of the most well-known, from TV shows, early movies, cheaply made. Even today, Aileen will show up from time to time in television shows, portraying her as
Recordings just got back.
Wow. So they did more than one movie on her? I didn't know that. Only one I remember is Monster. I don't think she was a monster, sad case. Well, she was violent. You could definitely tell that she was violent. No doubt about it.
not to mention that she has one of the most well-known movies based on her story that's even won awards.
Arlene Therapy.
Aileen knows she can't fight them off forever, and she didn't. In the beginning, Aileen pleads that she was framed by the cops, corrupt cops, and that the killings are in self-defense. But that's not the story Eileen's going to die with. Towards the end of her life, she's talking to only a handful of people, but one person that won't talk to her, that hurts the most, is the person Aileen was on the run with, Tyra, who Aileen called Ty. Aileen and Ty were in love, living together,
Right?
although Ty still pleads her innocence today that she knew nothing about the murders, but knew that Aileen was up to no good. Eventually, while Aileen is in prison, Ty would cut off Aileen out of her life, writing her, saying she was going.
She knew about them murders. She had to. You can't be with somebody that brutally murders somebody. She had to come back with blood and stuff on her. I don't believe this woman didn't know.
Her own way. It's a heartbreak that Aileen had to go through by herself, alone, in a cell. Aileen does have her childhood friend that comes to see her. Aileen has been in prison since her arrest in 1991. She spent the majority of her time on death row at Florida Department of Corrections, where the state would condemn her for her crimes. But at the end of her last days, Aileen would be sent to Florida State Prison, the same prison that many other famous serial killers have died at by lethal injection or the electric chair. While in prison, she grips to her faith of Christianity. From an odd situation that would occur, Aileen would be adopted by a couple bringing her to her faith, even making Aileen change her mind on her life and what would be the first baby steps of Eileen's death. The day of Eileen's judgment has come on October 9th, 2002, the day before she had her last moment with Dawn, talking
She sure
and
did.
having their last laughs together. As Dawn gets up, hugs Aileen, she walks down the hall, saying, all she could hear was Aileen saying, I love you. I'll see you soon on the other side.
Yeah, she sure did. Charlene Theron, she's a beautiful woman, but they dressed her up and she looked just like her and acted just like her in that movie. That's what brought a lot of attention and got me.
But on Eileen's last day, it said that she would sleep much of the day away, at least just lying there with her eyes closed. It said that they woke up Aileen not long before she was walked to the execution chamber. Aileen refused to eat food, instead just having a cup of black coffee, the last taste, the last smell she ever had from this world. Aileen wrote her last note to whomever. In it, Eileen's angry. She blames Ty, the police, people around her. Her anger has taken over her mind. She's just mad in the end. Aileen made it clear in the last few interviews and months in giving her side of the story that police knew who she was and that they were allowing her to murder men, trying to make her into a serial killer. It's just a story that Eileen's come up with. At 9 a.m., Aileen is walked into the death chamber. She's strapped to the gurney. The IV is pushed into her vein. Aileen gives her last words that become perhaps the most famous last words in the history of executions. The last words that Aileen spoke while smiling were this: I would just like to say I'm sailing with the rock, and I'll be back, like Independence Day with Jesus, June 6th, like the movie, big mothership and all. I'll be back, I'll be back. The execution is then carried out, and Aileen is condemned to die. The 3-dose injection is shot through Eileen's body. At 9:47 a.m., it said that Aileen is gray with a blue light glow over her body. Her eyes are closed, and she's pronounced dead. Her execution goes as planned, with no problems. She's cremated and given to Dawn, the only person that Aileen trusted in the end. Dawn took Aileen back to her home, where she planted a small tree, scattered Eileen's ashes around it, mixed it in with the soil to grow into the tree system. Back where Aileen was born, in Michigan. Maybe the truth about Aileen is that maybe she was right about herself. She had a very evil side that she didn't trust. The crimes she committed on these men, they were ruthless, they were cold-blooded and horrifying.
Look at those eyes, y'all. Look at those eyes. Classic paranoia.
The men begging for their life, while Aileen humiliated them in the end. Aileen was right about the world being a scary place, full of evil. There's no doubt that she had a hatred towards the world and
Yes.
towards her upbringing. Why she could never just handle life, never be a normal person in society. Why she had to have a bad mother, a sick and twisted father. She never had a chance to see real love and what it was as a child. You wish you could just go back when she was a little girl and rescue her and give her a life that she was owed. But no matter how you cut the pie, Aileen was what she was in the end, ruthless. Aileen hated being called a serial killer and being lumped in with the rest of them, and it's understandable on her own part. But in the end, Eileen's story will never be forgotten.
It's sad. It's definitely sad, but she was short fused and she probably would have done it again. Hey, does anyone know if Jody Sue got arrested? Do we know if Jody Sue got arrested? Candace wants to know. But yeah, she most definitely was sad, but she also, like he said, if you could go back and take back the childhood from birth, whatever happened to her to make her the person that she was, or she did become, if you could just go back in time and save her, left behind by the system. Yep, that's right. Truth come to light. Did anybody say if Jody Sue was arrested? Where I heard that too, but I don't know if that's true or not. Jody Sue was arrested. I heard, but does anybody know what she was arrested for? Or if she's in jail? She would be in the mugshots. There was a rumor she got arrested about a month ago. That wasn't true. Oh, I thought I heard one yesterday of someone saying that she was arrested. Dahmer was different from Manson. Yes, he was. Dahmer knew his darkness. He recognized it once he went to jail. He recognized that it was uncontrollable. JSB was on Shares Live last night. No arrest. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Can was wondering. Ronald Lynn, thank you. She was online last night. Okay. Okay. It was yet. No, they said she was online last night. So she must have not have been. I'll put the link out for you, Can, if you want to come up or if anybody else wants to come up on the StreamYard. I know she's maybe getting ready to go to work, but yeah. So I don't know. You know how the rumors start. They'll say one thing and then it ends up being something else. But yeah, I don't know. I just really felt like, I don't know. I felt her pain too. And I felt like at the time of her execution, she definitely was not sane. I don't know who was on last night. I was asleep. I think they said she was on Shares last night. Can. Did she come up and talk with Dawn, Lisa, on Shares? I don't know. But yeah, we can do another one. We'll focus on another one. I think I've already did Dahmer. We'll try to find somebody else, but I just think that Aileen was very, very interesting. Dawn was on Shares, yeah, last night. So it could have been. I had not heard that Jody Sue was arrested, but I did hear Cam was. Well, I heard it yesterday, but I just didn't really. She was just in chat. Oh, okay. So she was just in chat. Okay. Do Madeline and McCain. We could do that, truth to light. I don't know what it is about serial killers that interests me. I know it's kind of crazy, but yeah, they interest me, and I don't know why. I'm a Sasquatch serial killer watching person. And now I'm getting interested in Bigfoot. What has happened to Daisy? She was on shares and she was in shares chat. Hey, no fear. How are you? Yeah, she's very interesting. Madeline. Yeah, like Madeline McCain. There, I did a little bit about the girl that thought she was Madeline at one time. Why is nobody talking about that unaliving case in Kano with the friends with Saint Robinson? What happened with that? I've never heard of that one, Sarah. Cat in the chat said the rumor were that JSB and Candace both got arrested just like Cam and Allie, but the JSB and Candace part was just rumors. Well, obviously, because Candace has been in chat with me for the last 2 days. See how rumor mills start? Have you talked about Charles Manson? I have studied up on him a little bit, but we could talk about him. But he really didn't do a lot of it himself. He got people to do it for himself. He is interesting. He is. He's another one that's got them eyes, them wild eyes, paranoid eyes. Most definitely. Darlene Router. I've never heard of her. I don't know. It just makes you wonder. There's just a darkness in them. And Aileen recognized that she would do it again. And so did Dahmer. And Manson, he's just out there. Like Dahmer and Aileen is probably the most interesting one for me. And Ed Gein. I don't know if you've heard of Ed Gein, but Ed Gein, a lot of the horror movies are based off of Ed Gein, like Silence of the Lambs, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's a few movies that's based off Ed Gein. What he a weirdo with a high IQ? Dahmer was, but not Ed Gein. Ed Gein was more a childlike person. He was obsessed with his mother. He was quiet and just kind of off to himself. He lived in a farmhouse. They did have suspicion that he had something to do with his brother's unaliving. I actually think that he was going to graves and digging up people from graves. Ed Gein did, and he would take their like skin and stuff and make it out of lamp shades and stuff like that. But then he started turning to live humans and started unaliving living people. And the last one was this woman that worked at this merchandise place. And he was seen that morning in there with her. And they came in like that afternoon, and there was nobody there, and there was blood everywhere, like there had been a struggle. So the cops went out to his house that evening, and they walked into like a room right there as you first enter the house. And they found the woman like butchered upside down, hanging like a cow or something that had been butchered. Like he literally was eating her. Like he was like Dahmer. Yeah. But he was all in one. Dahmer. He made lamps. The movie Psycho was based off of him because I think he had his mother's corpse in there too. He dug his mom's corpse up. Y'all, these real life stories are pretty creepy. Like Dahmer and them. Like Ed Gein's probably more creepier than any of them because like I don't even think he had electricity in his house. But they all liked him. They said he was a really nice guy and that he would help anybody in the town. But guys, I've been on here for 2 hours and 27 minutes. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream right now. And we'll come back tonight. Hopefully I'll be able to get on around 9 o'clock this evening and do a little talk about some updated stuff, but we can do another one in the morning again if you want to, and we'll talk about somebody else. He had that like deer ready to be dressed out. Yeah. Yeah, that's how she was, Cat, in the chat. But yeah, it's pretty creepy to see these people's lifestyle, but something evil enters them and they know it and they know they can't control it. But guys, I want to say good morning, good night. I'll see you all this afternoon, this evening. Y'all have a good morning. Stay prayed up. Get you a good breakfast. Get you a good night's sleep if it's not night time for y'all. And I'll see you this evening. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe, that like button, and go on over to Daisy's Farm channel where we have farm content and sub up to there. Love you guys. You have a good night, good morning. Have a great day. Stay prayed up and God bless. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.